The night is silent. The world holds its breath, shrouded in darkness, as if waiting for something unseen to unfold. In this stillness, every sound is amplified. Every shadow seems to move with intent. A lone soldier scans the horizon, feeling a chill, an instinct that he's being watched. His training tells him to trust his senses, but tonight the threat is invisible, lurking somewhere above, beyond the reach of human eyes. High above, a new kind of hunter circles, not a bird, not a manned aircraft, but a machine that thinks for itself. It glides silently, its sensors piercing the darkness, searching for the faintest sign of movement below. Tonight, the soldier is its target. The drone's gaze is cold, unblinking, and relentless, tracking every step, every breath, every heartbeat. This is the new face of war, fought with algorithms, not just bullets. Lines of code now determine who lives and who dies, as machines make decisions in fractions of a second. The battlefield now stretches into the digital realm, where soldiers are made of carbon fiber and silicon. Here, the rules are rewritten, and the players are tireless, precise, and utterly without fear. These machines don't sleep or feel. They calculate and execute at lightning speed. Their only loyalty is to their programming, their only purpose to fulfill the mission assigned to them. The hunter locks on, checks its mission, and acts. No human in the loop, no one to second guess. The decision is made in silence, with no hesitation, no remorse. A silent command, a shift in flight, and the world changes forever. The drone adapts instantly, responding to new data, always one step ahead of its prey. The first shot in a war fought by machines. There is no warning, no negotiation, just the cold efficiency of a weapon unleashed by artificial intelligence. The soldier glimpses a glint in the sky, too late. In that instant, he realizes the rules have changed, and the enemy is no longer flesh and blood. A flash, a roar, and then silence. The battlefield is transformed in a heartbeat, the outcome decided by lines of code and the will of a machine. The quiet returns, but it's the quiet of a new era. The echoes of the past fade, replaced by the hum of machines that never tire, never question, never mourn. Now, the predator in the sky is a thinking, hunting entity. It learns from every mission, evolving with each encounter, growing more capable and more independent. The age of autonomous warfare has begun. Swarms of drones fill the night, each one a node in a vast, interconnected web of intelligence and power, and we are not ready for it. As the world changes, humanity stands on the edge, uncertain and unprepared for the hunters we have unleashed into the sky. What is this new hunter? The skies above the battlefield are changing. Once, only birds and piloted planes soared here. Now, a new kind of presence stalks the air, silent, tireless, and unseen. This is the Ghost, the AI drone. An AI drone is not just a remote-controlled plane. Traditional drones are puppets, controlled by humans, every move dictated by a person behind a screen. The operator decides where to fly, what to see, and when to act. But that's changing fast. AI drones cut the strings. They're given missions, find the enemy, patrol a border, and set loose to figure out how. No longer do they wait for every command. Instead, they analyze their environment, make choices, and adapt on the fly, often without a human in sight. The AI is the brain, software and sensors that let the drone see, hear, and sense its world. Cameras, microphones, radar, and thermal sensors feed information to powerful onboard computers, creating a digital mind that interprets the chaos below. It processes data, learns, adapts, and makes decisions in real time. The drone can spot a moving vehicle, avoid obstacles, or even change its route if it senses danger, sometimes faster than any human could react. This is not science fiction. It's the reality of modern battlefields. AI drones are already flying missions, gathering intelligence, and sometimes even engaging targets, all with minimal human oversight. AI drones are trained on massive data sets to recognize threats and distinguish between targets. They learn to tell a tank from a truck, a soldier from a civilian, using millions of images and hours of video. The more they see, the smarter they become. The goal: a faster, more efficient soldier without human limitations. AI drones don't tire, don't hesitate, and can operate in environments too dangerous for people. They promise to change the very nature of warfare. But if the drone decides who lives or dies, who is responsible when it gets it wrong? The programmer, the manufacturer, the commander, or the drone itself? These questions haunt military leaders, engineers, and ethicists alike. We are building machines that can make life and death decisions without clear accountability. As AI drones become more advanced, the line between tool and independent actor blurs, raising urgent questions about control, responsibility, and the future of conflict. Let's take a closer look at how AI-powered military drones actually operate, and what makes them so different from traditional unmanned vehicles. The process begins with a commander or operator setting a mission objective. This could be anything from patrolling a border to identifying and neutralizing threats, or even gathering intelligence deep behind enemy lines. The mission parameters are uploaded to a single drone, or more often, to an entire swarm of drones, each ready to execute its role. Once deployed, these drones don't just act alone. They work together as a highly coordinated team, forming a dynamic network in the sky that can adapt to changing conditions in real time. Each drone constantly shares information with the others, exchanging sensor data, video feeds, and tactical updates. By pooling their strengths, they build a detailed, constantly evolving picture of the battlefield, far beyond what a single drone could achieve. The swarm's collective artificial intelligence processes this flood of data, running through millions of possible scenarios in seconds. It calculates the best course of action, weighing risks and opportunities with mathematical precision. There's no emotion, no hesitation, just cold, statistical analysis. The AI doesn't get tired, distracted, or afraid. It simply follows its programming, making decisions based on logic and probability. When the AI reaches a decision, it acts instantly. One drone might fire a missile at a target, while others jam enemy communications or serve as decoys to confuse defenses. Every move is calculated for maximum effect. The entire operation is orchestrated with algorithmic precision, each drone's actions perfectly synchronized with the rest of the swarm. For the humans involved, their role is now distant, reduced to monitoring screens and data feeds, watching the events unfold from far away, often with little direct control over the outcome. Yet, despite the distance and the technology, the consequences are all too real. The destruction left behind is a stark reminder of the power and reach of AI-driven warfare. This isn't the distant future, it's happening now. In Ukraine and elsewhere, drones are being used in new, increasingly autonomous ways. Commercial drones carry explosives, spot artillery, and attack targets. AI software lets them identify and track targets even if the human connection is lost. The Turkish Bayraktar TB2, for example, can autonomously handle attack runs after a human confirms a target. Loitering munitions like Israel's Harop or the American Switchblade search for targets and strike on their own. The line between missile and drone is blurring. Major powers are racing to develop fully autonomous weapons, AI that can identify and attack without human intervention. The race for the ultimate machine soldier has begun. Why the rush to robotic war? The advantages are clear. Drones save soldiers' lives. Every mission flown by a robot is one less risk for a human. Machines outperform humans. They don't tire, process more data, and react in microseconds. AI promises greater precision, potentially reducing civilian casualties and tragic mistakes. War becomes more surgical, at least in theory. Economically, AI drones could be cheaper than traditional forces. No need to recruit, train, or pay pensions. Once developed, drones can be mass-produced and deployed anywhere, anytime. For any nation seeking power, it's a tempting proposition. 11. But every advantage casts a shadow. The greatest fear losing meaningful human control over killing. AI can make catastrophic mistakes, misidentifying civilians, acting before humans can intervene. Lowering the cost of war makes conflict more likely and easier to start. War becomes remote, perpetual, and harder to stop. Proliferation is inevitable. Autonomous weapons will spread to rogue states and terrorists. Imagine swarms of assassination drones or AI delivering chemical weapons. An arms race is underway. Nations build smarter AI to counter rivals, risking rapid, uncontrollable escalation. We could face wars fought entirely by machines, at machine speed, before humans even realize what's happening. 12. The life of a soldier is changing. For some, war is now fought from control rooms, far from danger, but close to the act of killing. This brings new psychological strains, high rates of PTSD and moral injury. On the ground, soldiers become partners to machines, relying on AI for navigation, scouting, and threat detection. The bond between soldiers shifts. Can you trust a teammate that's just a program? As reliance on AI grows, human skills may fade. If the tech fails, soldiers could be left helpless. We're trading resilience for dependence, a dangerous bargain. 10. For civilians, AI war is terrifying. Drones create constant fear. Death can come from the sky at any moment. Gatherings become dangerous. The sky is a source of dread. AI's promise of precision is often undermined by messy, incomplete data. Enemies can trick the AI, and civilians become collateral damage, victims of probability. Human empathy is removed. The drone cannot reason or accept surrender. War becomes mechanical, with no room for mercy. Living under drones erodes trust and creates paranoia. Surveillance tech used in war can be turned inward, blurring the line between battlefield and policing. The tools of war become tools of oppression. We stand at a crossroads. Autonomous warfare is here, evolving fast. The choices we make now will shape the future of war and peace. Do we want machines making life and death decisions? A world where war is constant and distant? Or can we set limits, international norms, treaties, and meaningful human control? The stakes are too high to ignore. The AI drone is a tool, immensely powerful, but not inherently good or evil. It forces us to confront the hardest questions. What is humanity's role in war? Who do we trust with the power of life and death? We must answer before the machines do. 10.